आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सॉल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello everyone, let's begin with the question. And in this question it says that, starting with the assertion, it says that the displacement time graph of a particle is shown in the figure and the velocity of the particle changes its direction at A, while reason says that sign of slope of ST graph decides the direction of the velocity. So these are the two statements. Let us verify which one is correct and which one is not. Now the important point before solving this is this, that the slope of displacement time graph gives us the velocity. Now talking about slope, if we take the slope this one at this point, so if you see that here, this is the, let's say this is the value of theta 1, and if we take the slope of, let's say, at this point, right, tangent gives us the slope and this is the tangent of this point. So, and let's name this, that this angle is theta 2. So we can clearly see that theta 2 is greater than theta 1. That means the slope of these 2 points, if we say this point is P and this point is Q, so the point Q is having more slope than the point P. This means that the velocity at the point P is more than the velocity at point Q is more than the velocity at point P, because theta 2 at Q is more than theta 1 at P. So this says that velocity is more at Q than P. So velocity is increasing from point P to Q and further till A. We are talking about, let's say, 2 points on the graph A and B. Let's say this is R and this one is S. So if we draw slope on them, let's say this is the slope due to R, and let's say this is the slope will come out due to S. If you redraw this diagram, this will be the slope come out due to S. So again we can see that if we name, this is theta 3 and this is theta 4. So here the theta 4 is less than theta 3, or we can say theta 3 is greater than theta 4. So moving from point R to S, the slope is decreasing. That means velocity is decreasing, because slope of the graph gives us the velocity. So now in the assertion, moving towards the assertion, it says that in displacement time graph of a particle as shown in figure, velocity changes its direction from point A. So if you see that at the point R and S and at the point P and Q, all the points are making an acute angle. So with this, since they are making an acute angle, then tan theta is positive between 0 to 90. So from 0 to 90, tan theta is positive and tan theta is the slope. And since the angle is acute, that means velocity is not negative throughout O to B. It is traveling from O to A to B. So throughout the journey, the velocity is not going to be negative. Since the velocity is not going to be the negative, then the velocity's direction is not changing. So with that, we can say assertion is wrong. While the reason says that the sign of slope of ST graph decides the direction of velocity. Clearly, it decides the direction of velocity when we draw the sign of slope. So we already proved that the slope gives us the velocity, and if the slope came out negative, then velocity direction would have changed. But since the slope hasn't come negative, so the direction of velocity throughout this is positive and it is not changing. And reason, from this we can say reason is correct, that the sign of slope decides the direction of velocity. Okay, so this is about this question. When we move towards the option, we can say that assertion is false but reason is true. So this is about this question. Thank you for watching.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।